There is an abundance of evidence of all of the negative impacts that climate change has on the environment and the human population. Even though climate change affects all organisms on planet Earth, there is evidence to conclude that climate change disproportionately affects all low-income countries and low-income communities in high-income countries. Climate change increases the likelihood and severity of extreme weather events, such as hurricanes and floods. When disaster hits, homes are lost, lives are lost, and resources become depleted. Low-income countries and communities cannot afford to rebuild what has been lost and lack the funds to receive resources, such as shelter, clothes, medicine, food, and water, all of which can easily be lost from a flood or a hurricane. Haiti, a low-income country, is susceptible to Atlantic hurricanes due to their geological location. When disaster hits, they do not have the money or the resources to rebuild their businesses, homes, and country as a whole, making it extremely difficult to recover their lives. Unlike high-income countries and communities who have the funds and the resources to receive help and rebuild. There are several mechanisms by which climate change can affect health. Extreme temperature, rainfall, heat waves, floods, and drought have direct, immediate effects on mortality as well as longer-term effects. For example, populations that have experienced flooding may suffer from sustained increases in common mental disorders. Climate change can increase the risk of vector-borne illnesses, such as malaria, a disease that affects the red blood cells and is transmitted through mosquito bites. Climate change increases the risk because the warmer temperatures attract vector species, such as mosquitoes and ticks, which causes them to migrate and breed since there are less colder temperatures to stop them. Even in areas with seasons, the colder seasons are getting shorter. It will affect impoverished communities more severely because they most likely lack the resources for treatment and are unable to pay for treatment. There are things we can do to help. As David Attenborough says, it is not all doom and gloom. As a society, we can volunteer at hurricane relief events, donate money to hurricane relief funds if one can afford it, and donate materials we do not use anymore but others could. These materials include, but are not limited to, towels, soap, over-the-counter medicine, and sanitizer. We can donate to our local food shelter for low-income communities who need food to feed themselves and their families. We also need to get the attention of our local and federal government. Peaceful protests can get the attention of our government with the goal of implementing climate change policies to slow the rapidly increasing temperatures. If we continue to raise awareness about the severity of climate change and how it is a social justice issue for low-income countries and communities, we have a better chance at making a change.